banana verse. Daylight come and we gon' go home. And a supergroup of banana singers has formed in the 5 seconds it took you to do this thing.
All right, I'm on board now. Let's go.
Yeah.
Speaking, are you under?
Yes.
Are your parents here?
No.
Great.
I just have a quick question for Mallory.
Yes.
Why aren't you in jail for dealing drugs out of the Taco Bell?
What?
Because everyone
First of
knew
all,
What was that?
that when you ordered a number 420 meal, you put a fat sack
No,
of
you're-
sticky icky into the order.
this is
And
clearly
they
a
paid
speech.
you.
Clearly,
That's enough.
And
No, this is
and
an
I
attempt at
smoked
character
it,
assassin.
and
Yo!
marijuana is a gateway drug, and it opened a gateway to
Okay,
hell
no,
in my
that's
room.
enough, that's enough.
And they took my
this is
gecko
an
to
attempt at
demons.
a character assassination
What?
and also fuck you.
I will
is
say,
it.
fuck me. You
Yeah.
want to get froggy? I know Krav Maga, you little bitch.
No, I know jujitsu, you
I
son of a
will
bitch.
fuck you
Shove
up.
in the brasso.
Come at me.
Shove in the
Come at
brasso.
me. Come at me right now.
Lying. Flip your ears at me, son of a bitch.
Welcome.
You got to blow out my mic every time?
Hey, man.
You got to like...
Hey, man, you know what's up.
We do an audio
You
test
know what the
and
deal
then-
is? You know what the deal is? You know
Oh
I'm
my
loud.
God.
You know I'm loud every single week when I do the show. Welcome to another episode of Comics and Coffee, not from the studio. We're live in Burbank, California, at the Perky Nerd comic book shop. And this place is awesome. I've never been here before. Zach's been here before, so he suggested it, and I thought, yeah, let's go explore something new and something different. They've got some amazing books, collectibles, and a whole kinds of stuff from Star Wars, Marvel, DC, indie stuff. They got mugs. Who doesn't love mugs? Plenty of seating areas, a whole bunch of art.
Oh, yeah, we moving now.
Now we moving.
moving.
We moving and roaming.
We moving now.
I'm really excited about this. We haven't done an IRL stream like this for Comics and Coffee in almost a year, I think, at this
Yeah,
point.
it's been a long time. We've
And
been just studioing
I
it.
think it's the first time we've done it on YouTube. So everyone on YouTube, welcome. This is how we used to do the show. Then we moved it to the studio, and so we thought, let's do something different. Let's try something else. Let's walk around. Let's get a coffee. Let's read some books. And it was a good week for books.
I'm here too. Oh yeah. So let's walk around. Let's check out the store. Let's see what we got. We got to pick up some stuff though. I know that much. So we've read quite a few books. So I think the way we're gonna do this differently, is we're gonna pick up our favorites of the week. You got to pick out your favorite because Hyper doesn't have an unlimited budget.
Word. Hey
You know
man,
what-
maybe
you
I
know
should
what
just
I'm
buy you books now because I get paid now.
Sure.
Smiling.
Sure.
This guy.
Sure. So yeah, like we said, we are at the Perky Nerd, and this place has an awesome selection.
Yeah.
Ooh, and the store is rad.
Dude, this store is awesome.
Apparently, they have book clubs, D&D nights. I know Bert would be excited about all this Star Wars Legion stuff on the walls, man. Oh my god.
Look, guys, I'm not gonna lie. The second we walked in here and I saw this back area, I told Zach, I'm like, can't we just host an episode of Hyper Heroes here and like invite people to come watch live? That'd be kind of cool. We've never done that, and that'd be awesome.
Okay, so
We
what
have to ask-
are we picking up, man? Before we go walk and grab some
That's a
coffee.
good question. I think most of the stuff that I read might be over there. I didn't get a chance to read this Ghost Rider. I really wanted to, though.
Oh, yeah,
It looked awesome. But, like, as you can see, plenty of books to choose from. So much awesome stuff. Let's keep walking down.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know
Funko
if there's
Pop.
anything on this shelf that I would consider one of my favorites of the week. And we'll go through all of them later once we sit down.
I mean,
Okay.
nobody wants this. Why would you want this?
Why would we want House of X? Well, I don't want that one. I'm gonna pick up. I'm gonna pick up a variant here. Do I want Apocalypse variant? Scotty Young? Okay, I have a lot of Scotty Youngs. That's pretty great. Ooh, what is this? What is this variant? Marvel Comics. That's not X-Men. Or this dope. Okay, I'm going for this. This is a dope.
That's pretty slick.
Do you know other Adam? This is Adam back here working for Perky Nerd. Do you know who did this cover?
Who did this cover?
Yeah,
Maybe I can find out pretty easily.
it's like a tight David Mack, and by tight I mean like tighter work.
Little D-Mac action happening there?
I don't think it is.
I love how Ronan Unchained on YouTube says, I know this is comics and coffee, but FC Barcelona beat Inter Milan in the Champions League. Football equals soccer. I'm happy. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, happy for you. I don't know what any of the words are you just said.
So as you can see, obviously, this is
Spider-Verse.
This is not just from this week, obviously. This is from weeks and weeks and weeks, back issues and stuff. This is actually from this week. This is Spider-Verse. I read this. Did you get a chance to read this, Zach?
No, I did not.
So I read this, and as someone who, Spider-Man is Zach's boy.
It's true. I haven't had time yet.
I love Spider-Verse, the movie, and I love the description of how this book is sort of a jumping on point for people who love the movie and kind of know Miles Morales and kind of know what the multiverse is. I really enjoy it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Sweet.
It was a really fun read. He gets basically sucked through the multiverse, and he runs into other Spider-Man throughout the multiverse, and it was really, really cool. And I liked the setup. It very much had this Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse flavor in it, and I love that. It's adapting different art styles depending on what world he was on. I liked it a lot. It was cool. I also did not know that Galaxy's Edge did a comic book.
Yeah?
I have not read any of these, and I've been there. Maybe I should. What else came out this week? Obviously, okay, so we have the X-Men comic. That's pretty much covered. Deceased was kind of bonkers crazy.
Yeah, so is DC one of your... Is it a favorite this week?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, all right.
100%.
You got it. The variant version?
How much do we want to spoil about what happens in this book?
Well, when we sit down and talk about it, we'll we'll go through the whole,
We'll go through it.
Cover your ears, spoilers, all that good stuff.
I didn't get a chance to read Batman number 80, City of Bane. I didn't get a chance to read up on that one.
Okay.
I think that's kind of it for DC. It was kind of a quiet week.
A little bit quieter on DC.
I think last week was a bigger week for them. I actually really enjoyed this Image comic called Dead Eyes. It's a #1 brand new comic book. We can talk about it a little bit more.
Yeah, we will.
When we go to the coffee shop. But
I liked it too, but I don't know if it's my pick of the week.
Okay.
Because
for this.
Is that the last one?
That's the last one.
Is this the last Space Bandits?
It is.
It's all you, man. Because that's my Comixology account, so I technically already own it.
Guys, I know I talk about this every single month. If you have not read this, you need to go and read this. Grab this on Comixology. Go to your local shop. Get Space Bandits. It's awesome. This is the second to last issue.
It's legit.
I think it's October 6th is the final.
It's legit.
It's one of my favorite books. I picked it up and I have not stopped talking about it, and I won't stop reading it ever. What else do we got?
Okay, well, I think... so my pick of the week, they actually don't have here. It's called Bury the Lead, written by Gabby Dunn.
Right.
It was great. It was really great. 128 pages, full book.
Yeah.
Really good. They don't have it here, but I will talk about that book later. I think Space Bandits is going to be one of my picks for the week. I'm seeing what else I read this week.
What about Sea of Stars?
Sea of Stars was good.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to put it at the top, though.
Gotcha.
I don't know if I want to put it at the top.
Do you feel like it's one of those books that, as a volume, you would be like, yes?
I don't know. It's actually really good single. I think, I don't know. I still don't. It's really good. Mm-hmm. I don't know where I feel on it yet. 100%.
Yeah.
I guess, House of X might be, for what's here, my pick of the week. Did we find the artist?
Huddleston.
Oh, okay. Here, one more time so they can hear you.
It's the Huddleston variant.
Huddleston variant. Yeah, I'm going to pick that up. So I'm going House of X variant. You're going Deceased variant and Space Bandits.
I'm taking this last Space Bandits off the shelf and not regretting anything.
Okay, not regretting anything. I feel you, man.
No regrets, baby.
All right, I feel you. I'm going to have to...
Man, Dead Eyes I'm torn on because I really, really liked it, but yeah, I don't know if it's...
Yeah. Just look at the comics. I got to hit the batteries in the bag.
Yeah, I really like this comic book. I don't know necessarily... I think I need a couple more issues to decide whether or not I want to commit to it. I think I've said this a lot. I try not to buy weekly issues for no reason other than space. Maybe that'll change. Because knowing me, as the Blu-ray collector who likes have all his Blu-rays, I'll probably be the idiot who's like, I'm going to buy this whole run of this book. But when it's something like Space Bandits, when it's only 5 issues,
Yeah, dude.
very easy.
Very easy to pick up.
So, yeah, I think I'm pretty satisfied with these two.
I almost have to go back over to my iPad and remind myself what I read.
Right?
Dude, I read so many books every Wednesday morning that there's... Oh, it's good for you.
Self would be so proud.
I know, right? All right, so I'm going to pull up my iPad here. And, Everything, number 2. Mm-hmm. Was really, Strange Skies Over East Berlin.
That was good.
Do y'all have that one?
No, I was looking at that too. My Boom Studios, right?
Yeah, Jeff Loveness.
That was good.
That was a good one. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one. What else did
What else?
Everything was great. Dark Ark was really good.
I wanted to read that one. I didn't get a chance to.
Let's see what else I grabbed here. A couple volumes came out. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to add one more to my pick.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to add one more to my pick. It's this Daredevil, Through Hell, Part 2. This Daredevil run is still knocking it out of the park. So good. Ooh, we got a variant back here, too. What do we got? A Mary Jane variant? What the hell's this?
There's a Mary Jane variant for several books this week.
A Mary Jane variant for several books?
Yeah.
Why?
Because Mary Jane,
Books, I guess?
well, it's important somewhere.
Mary Jane as Lady Justice on that cover. I love Mary Jane. Do I want her on a variant Daredevil cover? Nope. I'll pick up the regular.
Dang, that shade, though.
Dude, I love Mary Jane, but,
Yeah, apparently you don't.
you know, this cover's way cooler, though. Look at the art on this.
I mean, I know.
Look at the art on the regular cover.
Also, like, can we...
And I'm supposed to pay extra for this Mary Jane variant.
Look, there's such an appreciation to be made for, like, the physical covers because, like, it looks so different than on Comixology. You look at it, you're
yeah.
like, oh, this is, like...
Oh, no, this is beautiful.
Right?
This is beautiful. I say this, but you're also just experiencing this through a screen. And there's no difference between the iPad and
This is real life Comixology for them.
I can tell you, honestly, this is great. All right, so I'm definitely grabbing this.
Where's that X-Men?
Have you been reading Through Hell? Oh, yeah. So good.
Daredevil's been great.
This run from Zdarsky so far is making me like... Because I was saying for the longest time, all right, Mark Waid's run, my favorite run of Daredevil. But Zdarsky surprised the shit out of me on this. So good.
It's brought me back into Daredevil.
Yeah, yeah. I love it. I love the relationship with the police and the crime family.
Can we give a shout out to this? This is awesome, by the way. I saw this when we came in here. This is really cool.
That is really
I
cool.
wish I had more wall space.
We have two.
Posters in tubes because I don't have enough wall space for all this stuff.
Yeah, we don't have enough room for this.
The stress of our life.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to pick these up.
We're picking them up, dude.
This Uncle Adam's treating you.
No. That's not how this works.
Oh, all right.
That's not how this works. You talk to the chat while I run the company card. How's that sound?
Hello. So I'm excited. So I know I talk about Space Bandits every single month, but Deceased was actually really, really cool. I can't wait to talk about it. There's some stuff that happens that I literally turned the page and I audibly gasped, and I was in the studio by myself reading. So I gasped to no one but myself. But there were some incredibly nuts moments in that book, and I've actually really enjoyed that whole run of DCs. They've done a couple of like offshoot books, and I've liked all of it. It's been really, really great. And I was able to catch up on X-Men from last week and this week, and last week's issue is a mouthful. There's a lot of exposition, a lot of stuff happening, and then this week's was very much Xavier getting a lot of like long-winded speeches and stuff, but it was really, really good dialogue and a lot of really good explanation as to like what.
That's funny.
What the
Found it on Twitch.
Liveception. A lot of really, really cool stuff about all the characters and sort of like how they're moving that Krakoan government forward that I thought was really, really great. So many good books, man. Like, if you love superhero movies, you have to start reading some comic books because there's so much good stuff. Do any of you guys read Power Rangers comic books? I do not. You want to hold it?
Sure. I'm going to flip this back around. Might get a little bit of jiggle camera. Sorry
Jiggle
about that, everybody. Sorry about that. So here's another fun thing about this setup.
Yeah.
I'm going to, like, hand this mic to other Adam, and you can ask him a couple questions about Perky Nerd.
Oh.
Because I think while we're doing this, we should be showing off, like,
Yeah.
how cool this is. I like the idea of us going around like we did last year, especially, like you said, exposing the YouTube audience, because last year when we did this, it was just for Twitch.
It was.
And a lot of our YouTube audience has not got to experience all the cool LA shops.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
and now I'm getting a call from San Diego.
Oh, well, you're not picking that up.
No, I'm definitely not picking that up.
Here you go. You can just hold that, and we'll talk to you here. And Adam might ask
Right
you,
on.
Adam to Adam.
That's right, Adam to Adam. Here we go. So, I've never heard of the shop. As a new customer comes in and asks, like, what's the Perky Nerd all about? You know, what's other than selling comics? What is something that you guys do here on a weekly basis that anyone who walks by could enjoy?
Community, basically. We have groups like the book club I think you talked about earlier. We have a guys club and a girls club. Every Wednesday there's one of them. We have game nights Thursday night. We have the X-Wing and the Star Wars. We have tables set up for those. We do game nights with those things. And all the guys come in. They'll talk you through the game. If you've never played before, you walk up to those guys, ask them a question. They'll explain what they're doing, how the game goes. It's fun like that. You can show up to the book clubs and they'll just include you in the book club. We'll talk about whatever graphic novel we're reading that week.
That's awesome. Yeah, you guys mentioned you're going to be doing Murder Falcon, or you did Murder Falcon?
We're doing Murder Falcon in November. Yeah. I love this shirt. That's awesome. We're
So
stoked about
good.
that.
We've been talking about that comic quite a bit as well.
Of course, being October this month, we're doing the all-new Ghost Rider. And we're also doing the first volume of Hellraiser.
Oh.
Getting back into the day.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I haven't done Hellraiser in a while.
Because you guys have this, like, you guys do any sort of screenings of any like movies, or
We actually
not
do,
yet?
book signings.
Oh, cool.
Podcasts with the different artists and writers that come in here and do stuff for us there. And we have
That's
a
awesome.
question and answers back there. Tiffany is our shop owner. She loves this place and she loves this whole industry and everybody in it. So she's very welcoming to all the artists to come in here.
That's awesome. Yeah, I just followed them on Twitter. It's at the Perky Nerd, and it's at Tiffany, and I was like, oh, is this the right account? But then I look, and it has the address and all the information on the website, so that's the account.
Wait, if you look around, all the little different comic characters are basically her, just in different...
Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, I think that's the thing one thing I love about this shop is sometimes you go to comic book shops and it's just kind of like a mishmash of so many different things. It's not very clear, but here it's like, it just feels like there's a very like nice organizational style, and you can find everything and anything that you would potentially want to find, including collectibles. Let's see. How often do you guys have a lot of like events other than your book clubs happening here? Is it pretty consistent?
Pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Especially when there's things going on, like new books coming out, or new collectibles coming out, or some of these getting a nice piece of new artwork out there. We try to do stuff around those major functions.
And you guys sell coffee.
And we sell cold brew coffee.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's
Jump
like
down,
a must.
Califia Farms. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it keeps you awake while you're reading all your comics and
Yeah.
chatting with everybody, and we just don't leave. We're here all the time.
What's some of your favorite comics that you've been reading recently?
Oh man, one of the perks of working in a shop like this is I have all the different comics to look at. I am an avid supporter of the Immortal Hulk. I think that's been one of the coolest runs for the Incredible Hulk. Just, oh man, I love it. It's great.
It's like horror Hulk.
It's the dark. It's dark. It's Hulk. It's kind of like what they did with Batman for a while. They were making Batman back to the gritty darkness that he is.
Right.
Hulk's not a happy-go-lucky character, so
Right.
it's nice to see it back to like just darkness and Hulk. And then you're seeing these different characters in the book too. They're bringing back Joe from back when he was the Gray Hulk and stuff like that, and they're referring to it. That's awesome. So stuff like that for the Marvel side, I love that. DC, I love the Deceased thing they got going on. That's
So good.
It's so twisted.
Today's issue I read, I was like, okay,
Oh, man.
we're kind of going nuts.
I love when that last page of the page, you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
right, this is where we're going.
Yup.
That's one of my favorite things.
Spoilers. No spoilers.
No spoilers, but just say, man, when you get to those last pages on some of these
Yeah.
comics, I love that.
So good.
And I'm interested to see where the what is the Legion, right? Just starting up for oh man, I can't remember. I'm missing the title right now. Millennium. They had 1 and 2, and they're going into the whole new young Universal Legion thing. I can't think of the name of it right now. It's driving me insane. I love that idea. Yeah, it's Black Label. Oh man, Harleen came out.
Yeah,
that,
really
What's
good.
this Joe Hill horror stuff?
So they're giving us a sampler this week. You can check out the Hill House Comics. So there's 3 different stories in here. Awesome horror type stories. So pick this up at any of your local shops. Come here and grab one from us at the Perky Nerd. We've got a little stack here for you. They're free. Check them out. Flip through. It's a nice little taster of the darkness that you see Black Label. Superman Year 1 is definitely not a dark.
No.
So this is the flip side of that.
Yeah.
As dark as you can go.
Is there any other Halloween themed events you guys have going on other than your book clubs?
Well, there's the Halloween, the Comic Fest comes around every single year, October 26th. So we'll have all like the little giveaway books for the kids. Come down here and try something new. Nothing really major planned
Sure.
yet, but it's still early in the month.
Yeah. It just started.
And it's amazing how many people here absolutely love Halloween. Like it's definitely the fun time.
Especially on this street.
Oh, this street is about it. Oh my
This
goodness.
is like Halloween King of LA
I know.
Street.
Oh,
Look,
yeah.
I'm that idiot who goes to Pasadena just to go visit the Myers house once a month because it's one of my favorite things to do.
Right? Might as well, it's if it's there,
Why not?
go do it.
Exactly. So let everybody know, social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, where can they find the Perky Nerd, and what's your guys' address?
We're at 1606 on West Magnolia Boulevard. Come and see us. We're right on the main drag where you'll find all the other fun stuff, but we're probably the first one along the strip here from the freeway that gets you a coffee and gets you going for the rest of the places. You can find us on Facebook and on Instagram, the Perky Nerd, Burbank, California. Tiffany is our shop owner. She reaches out if you want to message her about coming here and doing a signing or having an event in our whole backstage area. She's all game for having people come in. Stuff like this I think is great. We love to have everybody in here
Yeah.
and socialize. There's the couch, get comfortable, relax, talk comics, talk collectibles, nerd out with me about Star Wars for a while. I'd love that. So
We have the perfect person for that.
Yeah.
Bert?
Yeah.
Bert? Where are you at?
I mean, shoot, man, I've got lightsabers on my fingers.
Oh, man.
So-
That's a challenge and a half.
Come on down.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's an amazing setup. I was telling Zach, I was like, oh man, I would actually really love to consider maybe doing a live show here of Hyper Heroes or a podcast or something. Because I love it. I love finding a space where the owner, the shop owner, and the whole team is very much about like, hey, let's bring in people, like whatever you need, let's do a podcast or whatever. And I'd love to. I'd love to be able to support comic book shops because you guys should read comics because they're amazing. So many great comics every single week. So thank you so much for letting us come in here today.
Oh, yeah, man, anytime. Come back.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Should we keep walking around?
Sure, man. I mean, you know that like the closest coffee shop's like a mile down the road.
I know. We could probably read all these books by the time we get to the next coffee shop. All right, let me grab this iPad.
We may even have to drive, dude.
Oh, no.
know.
It's going to be one of those situations, huh?
One of those where we gotta like keep the stream alive.
The stream is alive. Look, we could just order some coffee and just sit on the couch and just hang out, but
You know, we gotta
we got to do the coffee part of our show.
keep moving.
We did the comics, now we got to do the coffee.
That's right. Thanks so much, Adam.
Thank you so much, man. Good meeting you.
Thanks for working at a rad shop. Oh, I love this place. Yeah, keep your local comic book store alive. See you, man.
Thank you.
Oh, welcome
All right, y'all.
to Burbank,
California.
California.
So I don't-
you live in a barn?
I'm that guy, man.
in a
I'm
barn,
that guy.
dude?
Do I live in a barn? That's the most that's the most Midwest thing you've said.
Really?
Wow.
That?
Yeah. Other than some other slang shenanigans.
All right. So we have to make a decision right
Yeah.
now, Adam. Do we walk down this street of beautiful Burbank, California, while we talk until we find something that catches our eye and we decide to sit down, have some coffee, talk some books, or do we hop in the car and drive that direction?
How do your old man legs feel?
Oh, they're always awful. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I am standing still or moving. They hurt. They're awful.
I mean, I'm open to either one. I kind of want to go adventuring and see if we can find
You
a
wanna go
coffee shop.
adventuring?
I'm a little terrified we're not going to find one for like 2 miles, but
Are we going to go on an adventure?
why not? Look, we never get out of the house. Come
All
on.
right, let's go on an adventure.
We're going on an adventure.
So let's talk comics. Here, I'll take that from you.
Yeah, you can
You've
have
got
your
that
coffee
iPad
back.
in your hand. So
do.
while you're walking, we can literally do a little bit of.
Don't need people to see your password, Zach.
Oh yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome, bud.
Appreciate that. All right, so while we're walking,
Yeah.
what's the first book at the top that we actually read? Oh, it's the Berlin one, right?
Strange Skies over East
Ooh.
Berlin. Hey, man, should we IRL me getting a haircut? Because I could really use one
Dude,
right
I
about
could
now.
too. I got to go to a wedding.
Dude,
like,
I gotta go to a wedding too.
tomorrow.
Augie's getting married in 2 weeks. Woo! It is bright as all hell here. Maybe I should walk backwards.
oh my
That
God.
either.
Look at that brightness.
Hello,
Look at
brightness, my old friend.
I feel like we're both in shorts.
We're California
October.
boys.
We're California boys.
Look, guys, we know we're ridiculously spoiled in the fact that it's like 70-something degrees in October,
I'm
whereas
gonna fix this for everybody.
most people are probably like freezing their tushies off right now. So
All right.
I can't really complain.
I'm just jumping the shutter speed up real high. They'll get over it. I actually ordered a cool indie filter set for this, so we'll figure it out.
Hey, you know what's great? I can't move my neck too far down, otherwise I'm gonna crush this microphone.
All right, crossing
Got that
here.
thick neck, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so that first book on that list, that Berlin. What is it again? Like Skies over.
It is Strange Skies over East Berlin by Jeff Loveness. Takes place in 1973. East Berlin, obviously. Custom upholstery. Basic premise is, oh man, there's so much depth in this book. It's like,
Yeah.
I can't really explain it in one sentence because there's a lot of deceit, a lot of spy stuff.
Sorry about the camera, everybody.
What in the hell?
Apologies. What's up? Hi.
A lot of deceit, a lot of spy stuff happening. Basically, there's a bright light over East Berlin.
Dude, I love the setup though. The setup
Yes.
with like, right off the bat, you establish like how crazy it would have been to live in Berlin around the time the wall went up,
Yep.
and all the distrust and all of the like spying that's going
Yeah.
on. And then when something crazy happens, who's hiding what from who?
Yep.
How do you get that information out? You know, all that good stuff.
Well, and I think also, Europe during that time was going through so many things. World War II wasn't that long before, it was like 20 some odd years, like 20 to 30 years before that, just under 30 years before that. So there was a lot going on in Europe when it came to the politics and the people and all that sort of stuff. I mean, my family in Czechoslovakia watched Soviets invade their country in '68. So like all of this crazy stuff is happening around within like a 5-year span. So this setup not being in America, being in Europe during this crazy time was a really cool backdrop. And I love the fact that it really touched on like lots of deceit, lots of spying between nations and people, and it just adds to the chaos and the tension of what happened in Europe during that time. And then, you throw in this sci-fi element of like, maybe there's aliens? Maybe there's some kind of
And those
extraterrestrial
aliens
life.
reveal your deepest and darkest secrets.
Yeah.
So, it goes well with the whole secret stuff.
Yeah. It was wild, but I love the artwork. The artwork felt like paintings a lot of the times and not like a traditional comic book. And I loved that, and I love the way it showed what the cities look like and all that sort of stuff. Use of color was great. And then when you actually, I guess I'm going to spoil this. Sorry, spoilers.
Spoilers.
But when you're in the interrogation room
Yeah.
and you see this maybe extraterrestrial being, maybe a creature within a person, just, I don't know, electrify, I guess. It's wild, but it's a really good book. I really love the setup. And
Jeff Loveness is an awesome writer.
Yeah, it was a page turner, man. I just kept going.
Jeff Loveness wrote one of my favorite Spider-Man, I think it was a 4-issue or maybe just a 1-issue. Look it up, you'll know. You can find it on Comic Mine or anywhere else. He wrote an awesome thing on Spider-Man, and I've wanted Jeff Loveness to write Spider-Man ever since. I'm excited to see him getting his own book and to be doing that book. He also writes for Jimmy Kimmel, and he's a comedy writer.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I know he worked for Kimmel.
He's a good friend of Hector's.
Oh, that's right.
It's
I've
that
never
guy.
met him, but okay.
Is that Jeff
Son
Loveness?
of a gun.
Yeah.
I went to his house for New Year, and he wasn't there.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he wasn't there.
It was his house for
It was
New
his
Year's?
It was his New Year party, and he wasn't there. He was somewhere else.
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh my God! I just put 2 and 2 together. Thanks, Zach.
That's exactly what I did on my New Year's party.
That's factual. that is 100% correct.
Everybody come over.
My God.
Bye. All right, so that book
Yeah.
killed it, knocked it out of the park.
It was good.
Very good.
Next, I mean, I already know what it is. I don't even have to look.
Was that Beyond the Stars? No, that was later.
How dare you? Space Bandits, number
yeah,
4.
This
Just crushing it.
issue was so good.
Yeah.
The reveal and that flip. Oh, man.
So the thing that I've loved about this series so much, aside from the incredible artwork, I love the Fifth Element / like kind of a Blade Runner, but also like, I don't know. It just has so many incredible shades of things that I love. And then you add in the color and the visual elements and the creature design and the character design. Basically everything that's been in that book has been so incredibly well
What the hell
done.
is this? The Crooked Path.
Psychic reading.
It's a metaphysical shop.
Should we do it? Should we have our
Nah, I'm cool.
path read to us?
I'm cool,
Am I
man.
going to find out when I'm going to die next week?
I'm not into that stuff. I'm not.
Do I want to know that I die next month? I don't know.
So when other Adam
Yeah.
was saying this is like a Halloween, this part of LA in particular, Magnolia Boulevard,
Yeah.
is like Halloween Central in LA. There's so many costume shops. There's like the Evil Dead thing was going on down here.
Yeah.
This whole street is kind of Halloween Central in the Burbank, LA area. But going back to
Yes. Space Bandits. So Athena and Cody continuing their adventure to basically like murder every man that's done them wrong, which makey sensey. There's also a lot of barbershops here.
Oh yeah.
Apparently we need more heads to cut. I don't know. Trying to remember the name of the villain character.
I can't remember their names because it's just a
Weixler?
bunch of it's a bunch of dudes.
Bunch of dudes, bruh.
That was the dude that was like the wrestler and everything.
Yeah.
He was also addicted
He looked
to
like
sex.
Burt Reynolds from that one movie.
Yeah.
Really good. So, long story short, they end up having a fight with this character. They end up being captured, strung up upside down to basically go before the court or the council of this like floating ship through space. And come to find out, they had an ally in there all along, which I loved.
I mean, kind of yes, kind of no.
Yeah,
Like,
kind of yes, kind of no.
little mix of an ally.
Sure. But I mean,
got the job done.
for them it worked out.
Yeah.
Otherwise they would have been killed.
And I thought that reveal was so great.
Yeah. No, it was really, 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 really good. And the way that character, how he got just killed basically was
Brutalized.
brutal as hell.
Brutalized.
And I loved it.
So good.
So, and there's a lot of betrayal that also happens later on in the book, and it sets up, Cody's former lover, or
this?
Thena's former lover.
Look at this, custom ice cream. Yo,
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
this place is custom ice cream. Do you want to?
How much milk do you think is in there?
I want to check.
They're gonna be like, sir, can you please get out of here with that thing?
Hi. Oh, I see they have lactate pills, which probably means you don't have lactose free.
Oh, we do. We have vegan.
You have vegan?
Yeah, it's all listed on the board.
Welcome to heaven, Zach.
I know.
There's one for you.
Macadamia. Oh, you got a vegan peanut butter?
Yeah.
Take my money.
Oh my God. You're so excited right now.
I'm super excited
Oh, they have
see.
vegan
Sorry,
and
man.
vegan.
Sorry about that. Can I try your peanut butter? Yeah. Oh no. If it's good, I'm in
Zach's
trouble.
So adorable. Zach just wants a little bit of vegan ice cream. No big deal.
Thank you.
I'll go for a double scoop with the Earl Grey and the matcha Oreo. And
Zach, I can't take you anywhere.
I'm thinking, Adam. I'm thinking.
I could tell. I see that little engine moving.
I don't know. I think I want to try another flavor. I think that's where I'm at.
Okay.
I need to try another flavor.
It'll make you try the peanut butter?
I tried the peanut butter. I would say that
Choco Coco?
it's extremely peanut buttery, which is not a bad thing.
That's what I live for.
What's the Elvis Presley?
It's basically chocolate peanut butter.
Can I try that? And that's also vegan, right?
okay, can I grab one of the cereal
Perfect.
too?
Okay. Oh my gosh.
We have chocolate sauce and caramel sauce that are both vegan.
Chocolate sauce and caramel sauce that are vegan. That's amazing.
You're so spoiled today. What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
What'd you not do?
Oh my gosh. Funnel cake ice cream sandwiches? And you have a vegan one?
Inside's vegan, outside's still not vegan.
Oh.
Not yet, but we'll get there.
And when you say not vegan, what's not vegan about it?
Dairy.
That's my only weakness. That's my kryptonite. Okay. What's that one in the back right there with all the crumbs? I'm guessing that one's not vegan.
Yeah, that one is
S'mores, yeah. All the ones with blue tape here are the vegan ones, I'm guessing.
Comics and coffee and ice cream.
Yeah. I'm going to try one more and then I'll make my decision.
You can try it with
No, don't tell me
Don't
that.
tell him that.
Yeah, I'll try the,
Because I'm going to start bringing him something with dairy in it.
the macadamia vanilla, I'll try. And then I'll make up my mind. Oh, you know. Thank you.
To rename our show this week.
Okay. So I think I know my plan. I'm going to go with a scoop of peanut butter with a scoop of Elvis Presley with caramel vegan on top. Yes.
Oh my God.
Adam, don't judge me.
Oh, I'm not. Your wife will.
She doesn't have to know.
Okay.
She doesn't have to know.
She's watching. There's so much good ice
What
cream.
other toppings you got there? Is that Cinnamon Toast Crunch as a topping?
Yes.
You can throw some of that on there.
This one's not dairy, even though it says caramelized rice.
Ooh.
It's just sugar melted. Very tasty
Okay.
sausage.
Rest in peace to Zach's tummy.
Yeah, I think some Cinnamon Toast Crunch on there too would be great.
Rest in peace to your tummy, my man.
Adam, you only have one hand available. You're going to have to feed me.
Great. Great. This means I'm not getting any.
You're going to have to feed me, bro.
Oh boy. Oh boy. This is not what I signed up for. Let's get weird. Why not? And they have a hot espresso over your choice of ice cream flavor. I'm surprised you didn't get that. I guess I have to feed him, so no.
What? No, don't tell me I ruined your chance to...
I'll figure it out. I'll do the peanut butter and the strawberry shortcake. Please.
Ooh, getting fancy.
Yeah, I can have dairy unlike you.
Yeah. This is awesome. So
Maybe that's my kryptonite.
It's set up in like two... Oh, they got pints too. That's cool.
They have mango tahini as a pint.
Sounds pretty good.
Let's just buy that for Augie. House.
Yeah. Mango tahini. All this looks really good. I forgot that I had the shutter speed turned up really high. So you probably just had to sit through a whole bunch of grainy ISO in here. I got you covered now, though. I got you covered. I love that they have fast-aid lactate pills as a standard here. Look at this.
Thank you.
Just make more vegan flavors. Come on.
What if I just licked your ice cream?
I would be upset. I would be upset. I don't know how far we are from the closest coffee shop
Look
for
at
us
you,
to sit down.
CT Crunch and all that goodness.
Dude, I haven't had Captain Crunch, or whatever, Cinnamon Toast
Crunch.
I haven't had that in forever.
It's one of my favorites. Except I realize as I get older, I can't have it as often, otherwise it hurts my tummy.
Mmm. Does lactate help with allergies or just lactose intolerance? I think just lactose intolerance.
Wait, what?
Lactate. I think it's just for like people with lactose intolerance. Like, it's not, you know.
I'm excited to try this strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, dude. Good for you. Good for you, man.
Did you want any toppings?
I'll take some Cinnamon Toast Crunch too. Hey man, if we're gonna throw up, we're gonna throw up together.
Cool. I'll go ahead and pay for both of us.
Thank you.
There we go.
And did you get any toppings?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Samesies.
Cash or card?
Cart.
You could just insert.
Maybe.
It's good. It's good.
I know we're walking in the right direction towards coffee shops, but I'm trying to remember where the closest one is.
Another mile.
I hope not.
There's one down there. It's called Palm.
Palm, yeah, it's great. How much further down do you think I got?
Maybe
2 blocks is fine.
Oh, I
we
think it's
can-
just like 2 miles. I'm like,
I was-
hey, you know what? We got a card that's closer.
I was about to lose it.
you could just
All right. All right. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
You too. Oh.
Oh. Exit here. Or,
Wow.
see, we don't know how to follow directions apparently. We gotta follow directions.
Adam, you can do either, man. You
Hey,
don't have to be weird
It
about
says
it.
exit here, okay?
All right.
Following directions.
Oh, yep. Bright sun. Okay. I'm going to fix that really quick.
Hey man, it's fine. By the time you and I get to a coffee shop, this shit's gonna be water.
Oh, I'm just straight up biting into it.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, Geeky Teas. Geeky Teas.
Hey, you got a bench we can sit on?
I haven't been to their new location.
Hey man, can we doctor who this mother?
I haven't tested signal in there, though.
Should we go to another dimension? You think this will get us to a coffee shop quicker? Free for use of public.
Cool. Geeky Teas is awesome. It's a board game store with teas.
I got that part.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Did you get
Zach.
that part? You figured it out?
Yeah, I figured it out.
Okay, good job.
I think we're doing okay. We got way off track with Space Bandits. Long story short, it's awesome. And it's the ultimate issue. I love it. I love it. Issue, it's like 3 times the size.
Yeah.
That's what I would love and hope for. But, you know, because to be completely honest, I don't know if you could do another run.
Yeah.
I think you could set stuff up for these characters, but I also kind of love the idea of it just being 5 issues and that's it. And it's a really dope book. And now let's feel like Mark Millar is making books based on things he wants to turn into shows at some point. Which, more power to him. Ooh, collectibles. More
What the hell is
collectibles.
this sign?
Where's the sun?
No, what the hell is this sign?
Oh, what's the sign?
Stretch. Finished yoga. Didn't fart once. Okay.
Smells like a fart.
It really does. It really does.
Ooh, hot yoga. That definitely smells like farts.
All right, if we're only 2 blocks out, we're good. But I get this sneaky suspicion that it's further after Buena Vista than I thought.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, but by the time we hit a coffee shop, we'll be at
have to turn
Porto's.
around. Yeah,
we'll be at Porto's. At that point, I'm getting a Cubano sandwich and taking it home with me.
Oh yeah, baby.
Ooh.
Are you kidding me?
Zach,
All right.
you can't appreciate the movie Chef at all.
No, not really. Let's talk about Dead Eyes. Let's talk about Dead Eyes.
I'm not gonna tell the story that I told you, but
No.
Dead Eyes was great. Dead Eyes to me kind of had like this. Maybe this is not the right comparison. Maybe you'll think of something better. But it kind of felt to me like, what if Rorschach came out of retirement? Or like that kind of like a Watchmen character came out of retirement and he was just like a thief. Like that's kind of the vibe I got from that book. Like the style of it.
Mm-hmm.
But not in terms of story at all.
Yeah, definitely an anti-hero,
Yeah.
which they originally set up like in the story like he was going to be a just a bad guy.
Yeah. And you totally get that feeling of like, oh, this is going to be a jerk. I'm not going to be...
Yeah, they set it up like he's just a bad guy, but
Yeah.
then you realize maybe it's just the world's painted him that way.
Yeah, exactly.
He's taking care of his wife.
Yes, his wife who is in a wheelchair. What she has? What illness she has?
And apparently he stole millions of dollars. We don't know exactly how much.
Yeah.
From the mob.
Yes. From the mob. And he kind of is doing that thing that like Hawk and Dove are doing in the Titan storyline currently, where Dove was kind of going on night missions and doing things, but also he's working at like their universe's version of a Walmart.
He's a greeter at Walmart.
Yeah, which I'm like, hey man, you take the job because you need the money,
Yeah.
but I really like the art on that. The scene where he's basically monologuing or narrating a guy coming through their Walmart to basically pick up supplies to dispose of a body was awesome.
Yeah.
I loved it. I love how he was basically picking out like, oh man, this is so typical. Oh, of course the lazy ass dude only comes in on one trip to get all of his supplies. He's not breaking it up like he should be. I'm like, yeah.
That was actually probably my favorite part of the book too, was like that breakdown of being in the mind of a killer and being able to recognize another killer.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love that so much. And then him actually going to the house where that killer was.
Oh, fuck, trees.
Bye.
Oh, shit, jungle. Sidewalk jungle.
Oh, my God. Us. But yeah, I loved I loved him going after that killer and then encountering and realizing, and just this like crazy brutal just beating when he finds out that they've been stashing something away or someone.
Yo, Adam, we're walking by a meat store.
Yeah, except the smoker's not going.
I know, sometimes I got the smoker out here going.
It's
You can
nuts.
smell it miles. And by miles, I mean probably 1 mile, but
See,
you
here's
know.
the thing, you can't walk me past the store like that without me being like, I'm gonna get a hell amount of chicken when I come back this other way. Is your ice cream melting?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man.
Melting all over the place.
I'm trying to look ahead down the street
All I see is a big bright sun.
because wherever the street has chairs out means that's where the coffee shop is. And I'm trying to look down the street to see how far out that is. It's definitely farther than 2 blocks. That girl lied to us. That girl like 100% lied to us. She was like, this will be funny. I'll tell him 2 blocks.
She's watching the stream right now going, those idiots.
Ah, fucking morons. I can see way down there.
Yeah, dude, I
All
think
right.
that's Porto's.
I can see, no, it's not. No, we're gonna hit Cafe,
Cafe Dumont. I wish.
it's,
I go for beignet right about
oh gosh, I'm trying to remember the name of that coffee shop.
now. Sure, we'll call it that.
I'll remember in a little bit.
We could also just go sit in that bar while you drink some water.
Yo, bro. Yo, bro.
We'd walk in, they'd be like, get out. Okay.
In the future, I'm going to pick a comic book shop that's right next to a coffee shop. I'm going to do a little bit more planning, and that will happen.
Guys, it's not that bad. You get to go on this adventure with us. You get to discover Burbank with us. Our store up here. Never mind, it's actually a lot further down. Atomic Records.
It's even further down than Bordeaux's, man.
Yeah. Which if we had the time and it was enough, I'd be like, let's go for some really inexpensive Blu-rays. Because that's where I go to get discount and hot dog. They are cheap. I think I bought the whole first season of Heroes for like $3 there.
Yeah?
Our town's destiny, and as your mayor, I'm going to make that happen.
Yes, you are.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, my name is Malika.
Okay, no, so you gotta, there, see, you're locked up.
All right, cool. Welcome to the San Diego Zoo. I'm your host today, a face with no name. Yeah? Yeah? I don't know. Well, probably be, it was funny the first. Oh no. No hands. Woohoo. Hello.
I have officially killed Eric, taken over for him, and now we're running Troll Hunters my way. Zoom in. Look at me. This is my game now. None of the rest of the cast is here. It's just me and my new friends. And we're going into the Nanaverse this week. Amir, roll the intro!
You look real punk rock, sir. I don't recognize you. You look vaguely familiar, but I just want you to know that you're...
Guess what? I recognize you.
Uh-huh.
I'm Hercules Hunt.
Oh, Herc Hunt. Hi. How's it going?
Who laughed?
Excuse me, who are you?
I'm Herc Hunt.
I don't recognize you. You're one of the Hunt boys?
Laugh. Come on, everybody laugh.
Listen. Herc Hunt must be respected. Now, just give him the floor.
Chuckle again, motherfuckers. I swear to God. No.
Can you please refrain from the foul language?
Can you tell them to stop laughing?
I don't think there's any chickens in here.
Okay, you know what? My cousin got crushed. Okay? And then you look.
That was the young individual, Michael Hunt.
Mike
he was
Hunt.
injured last week.
Everyone is...
Is it Mike Hunt?
Michael was hurt at the
Who's
lake
laughing?
incident.
Trust me, no one is more sad about how Mike Hunt got smashed than I am.
Were you making a joke?
You shouldn't be drinking it. Jambalaya is supposed to be enjoyed
I'm enjoying it.
in a different way.
Fun fact, micheladas started from the remainder of the ceviche juice and that they just poured their beer into so that they didn't lose the delicious juice. Carry on.
Good.
That's what Chrissy said.
I did.
Yeah.
I do know things about poor people.
Oh my god. As a cutback.
Well, that was the stupidest thing Jessica's ever said.
There he goes. Yeah, now you're good.
Right, what's race called? What's the race called?
This race is called the first annual Freebooters Lieutenant Captain Fireworker Solar Flare Awareness Fun Race for Rescuing Duckaboo.
Oh, you turn to see Banana Montana, and she is now flanked by not only Bananarama, who keeps she doesn't sing any songs, she just sings whatever she's saying out loud, which is really disconcerting. And there's now a new Banana. He's a little darker little handsome, high cheekbones. This is Harry Banafonte. And he starts singing, Dale! Me say, Dale! Daylight come and me want to go home. Nana verse. Banana, 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 banana verse. Daylight come and we gon' go home. And a supergroup of banana singers has formed in the 5 seconds it took you to do this thing.
All right, I'm on board now. Let's go.
Yeah.
Speaking, are you under?
Yes.
Are your parents here?
No.
Great.
I just have a quick question for Mallory.
Yes.
Why aren't you in jail for dealing drugs out of the Taco Bell?
What?
Because
Okay.
everyone
First of
knew
all,
that when you ordered a number 420 meal, you put a fat sack of sticky icky into the order.
This is
and
clearly
they paid you.
That's enough.
And
No, this
and
isn't
I
half the
smoked
character
it,
assassin.
and
Yo!
marijuana is a gateway drug, and it opened a gateway to
Okay,
hell
no,
in my
that's
room.
enough, that's enough.
And they took my
This
gecko
is
to
an
the
attempt
demons.
at a character assassination
What?
and also fuck you.
I will say, fuck me. You want to get froggy? I know Krav Maga, you little bitch.
No, I know jujitsu, you
I
son of a
will
bitch.
fuck you
Shove
all.
in the brasso.
Come at me.
Shove in the
Come at
brasso.
me. Come at me right now.
You're lying. Flip your ears at me, you son of a bitch.
You took her over so quickly. Are you in her or is she dead?
Well, Christina,
what?
You gave me such a nice long time to build up my power when I was inside of you, vessel who really couldn't make use of my full potential. But I got to experiment, if you will, so that by the time I transferred to this far superior specimen, I was able to realize my full greatness in human form.
Roll body. Roll body. Roll body. This fucking evil speech. Okay, you don't have to shit anymore.
Sorry. I couldn't help myself.
I grab her by the throat and I actually go, "What did you do to Tizzy?"
Tizzy is becoming part of us. And so will Arrow tell you're not there to protect them.
Hey, Acker, I have a promise for you. When we get out of here, none of us is ever going to say your fucking name again. We will make sure that you are forgotten by this whole goddamn world, because you know what? There were 5 of us who knew your name, and you put us in this fucking jar, and you thought you were playing games with us, but we're gonna get out of here, and we're gonna beat you, and no one will fucking know about it, because I don't give a shit anymore.
I have to ask you guys a question. Would you guys like a documentary where we follow
I get to reroll
the
ones.
Imperium commanders as we get their dice blessed by various priests, or we get the curse lifted from various mediums?
I think my hand might need to get.
Yeah,
again,
maybe we.
just to clarify, this is above game, not in the universe.
Yeah,
because
no,
of course
above game.
they wouldn't go to anything like that. They would just go to the Emperor.
And that-
but just to make that clear.
Light up shoes?
Yeah.
I would like to know your opinion on sand.
I hate sand.
Why do you hate sand, Bananakin Peel Walker?
It gets everywhere.
Is it
Does it? Does it get everywhere? How are things here, Bananakin Peel Walker?
I'm gonna eat my candy now and stop. Ah, I hate it, and I hate you.
I hate them. I slaughter them like animals. That poor actor.
Even the banana link.
No, this is very important. This is, if that's what caused it.
Yeah. Who ate chili?
Wait, what did you do to the chili?
They're new experimental drugs, and it
What the hell did you do to my food?
You gave us drugs.
Did you drug us?
It was supposed to, at best, make every more chill.
Whoa! I'm chill enough.
The chili. Randy, wait a minute. Randy. Who are you? Ma'am, who are you? Who sent you here?
No one sent me. My name is Riley. My name is Riley Reyes.
No.
Because it's all the leads.
Okay, well, that's more of a count of the Sesame Street thing you just did.
Well, you're doing a weird voice. Why do you talk like that?
That's how I talk.
Sir, it's Barack Obama. I am. I am in fact a Leo. So just so that you know, I take great offense to this, and I think that we really should be taking care of.
You sound like you should be president one day.
Well, you know what? Maybe I will be. Maybe I will be. Yep. And
okay,
you gotta go.
Young man, I must ask you, why do you go around killing Leonardos?
Oh yes, this is a perky question.
I'm gonna die one day. This is Leonardo DiCaprio.
We're all gonna die one day, okay?
Go by this man's hand.
I did die one time, and I do not want to die again.
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga.
Chupabunga? So
Chumabunga. Now she's facing me, so I put it right in her nose.
Because you see that her face almost like she's been walking around with almost this punch indent on her face from what the D left on her. Pretty gnarly.
Never mind. Please proceed. As
No, I loved it. I'm into it.
What did Tina
I'm not.
No,
it was bad.
She said an indent.
It was bad.
An indent.
And we deserve to boo her.
Yes,
No. I will not. No, I'll shield you for these boos.
You know what? I'll always have my fans.
Yeah.
I
will support your puns to the ND.
You see the indent.
The blight has spread.
Boo.
As you take this poker, and because of this very powerful indent, you are able to send this poker right through Mildred's face.
As this is happening, as you're firing. No, you're literally shooting. John, you are shooting. And then from the sky, you see a ship kind of spinning out of control. And it just skids and hits along the ground and blocks all the bullets.
Whoa! What?
And blocks every single bullet. And you don't know exactly what the ship is, but it looks like it looks like a Tau ship.
What in the world is happening?
It looks like a
what
Tau
in the
ship.
world?
I touch my lips to his eggplant lips.
Yep.
And I say, "Show me the money." And I kiss him.
And he opens his eyes and looks at you and says, "I love black people."
What?
That's the line that he says back in the movie. Yep. Sorry. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love black people.
So many people know the "Show me the money" line, but no one knows the line that comes after it.
It's a call and response like
Jerry
church
Maguire.
from Jerry Maguire.
I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Back for a second because I was like, "What?"
I remember now.
What?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Council Randy Evelyn is a chicken shit.
Oh, he runs like that. Grief made me shut down. It made me give up. I had no fight left in me. But what I learned day in and day out watching people bury their loved ones is that we can't undo the grief that's been done to us, but if we work together, we can prevent the grief that's still coming for us. And I realized that I got my fight back. And it's time that this town got its fight back. Citizens of Kolok, our town is changing whether we like it or not, and we need to step out of the background and step up so we can take control of our town's destiny. And as your mayor, I'm going to make that happen.
Yes, you are.
Thank you.
Is the Hunt family now the Kolok version of the McNickersons? 100%. I love it.
I thought I thought I could like do the IRL like this, and I could just talk to the chat room like this. Hi, everybody. My name is Malika.
Okay, no, so you gotta, like, there, see, you're locked up.
All right, cool. Welcome to the San Diego Zoo. I'm your host today, a face with no name. Yeah? Yeah? I don't know. It'll probably be, it was funny the first.
Okay, so we're back?
We're back. Sorry about that. So we ended up going to the coffee shop to try to get some coffee so we could sit down.
So we could sit down.
I joke to death. Talk about the books.
And basically, right when we sat down, we realized...
We lost service.
Oh, we lost service. And we had no idea how long we'd been lost service or how long it'd been bad. And then it was like, oh yeah, if we're going to do this, one of us has to have our phone out.
Oops.
Because our hands were full. Basically, we let ice cream completely sway our perception of reality.
To the CT Crunch. Mine's still melting in my hands. It's delicious.
Oh my gosh.
You know.
What a mistake.
Oh look, this is a Matt Acevedo joint right here. Vegan-friendly pumpkin spice latte.
What?
But yeah, so...
Now we're having to walk back where the signal's better.
Yeah.
It's still not great.
Because apparently down the street from each other, the signal sucks.
Yeah, it's still not great. You know, this whole thing's been an experiment. We wanted to try out going back to comic book shops. And then I just get reminded how much I hate live streaming in Los Angeles and how it's better in almost everywhere else in the world. I have 4 different carriers in my backpack, all different carriers. One of them you would think would be able to carry the load in the middle of Burbank, Los Angeles.
Well, that's the wacky thing is like when we went to Europe, we had better service 8,000 miles away than we did here in Los Angeles.
Same with Thailand, bro.
Yeah, your Thailand streams were great. Here? Nope.
In Thailand, we also only had 2 connected
That's right,
instead of 4.
yeah. Here, extra doesn't do you any good, I guess.
Nope.
Well,
nope.
We are online.
Okay.
And it's looking better.
Getting better?
Yeah.
I mean, you can always check my kilobytes here.
Yeah, it's like being a little wonky every once in a while. It's so hard to read when you're walking, though. 600? Holy shit.
Well, nope, that's awful. That's awful. We'll just keep walking.
We just got static screen. Yeah, artifacting.
God
Hell.
damn it.
And it's a miracle that anything actually gets shot and done here in Los Angeles with all the terrible service.
Well, at least the live stream stuff.
I am monitoring the chat. Welcome back, boys. There we go. It popped back in.
All right.
Let's see how long
Sorry,
that lasts,
everybody.
eh?
We're working on it. Unforeseen.
Look, Zach, we're just going to have to buy ATT.
I've got 2 ATT in my bag, 1 Verizon, and 1 T-Mobile. Sprint was pointless out here.
Wesley Marshall says, it looks like special effects from Kolak.
Yup.
Yeah. We do all those for real, too. Zach, what comics did you read this week that you really enjoyed?
Well, I enjoyed Dead Eyes.
Yeah. That was a fun one.
I guess really enjoyed Bury the Lead, Gabby Dunn's new book. I thought it was so good. It was a one-and-done story, which was great. You know, it was a graphic novel. Asian American woman who's a reporter, and she's trying to uncover the mystery of and just her relationships with others. I think what I liked about it is it felt really personal. It felt like just such a great take. I don't know, just from a perspective we haven't seen much.
Yeah.
And made it a refreshing read. It was good. It was really good.
For dealing drugs out of the Taco Bell.
What?
Because
Okay.
everyone
First of
knew
all,
that when you ordered a number 420 meal, you put a fat sack of
you're-
sticky icky into the order.
This is
And
clearly
That's enough.
And
No, this is
and
an
I
attempted
smoked
character
it,
assassination.
And
Yo!
marijuana is a gateway drug, and it opened a gateway to
Okay,
hell
no,
in my
that's
room.
enough, that's enough.
And they took my
This
gecko
is an
and
attempt
demons.
at a character assassination
What?
and also fuck you.
I will attack. Fuck me. You
Yeah.
want to get froggy? I know Krav Maga, you little bitch.
No, I know jujitsu, you
I
son of a
will
bitch.
fuck you
Shove
up.
it to Brasso.
Come at me.
Shove it to
Come at
Brasso.
me. Come at me right now.
You're lying. Flip your ears at me, son of a bitch.
You took her over so quickly. Are you in her or is she dead?
Well, Christina,
what?
You gave me such a nice long time to build up my power when I was inside of you, vessel who really couldn't make use of my full potential. But I got to experiment, if you will, so that by the time I transferred to this far superior specimen, I was able to realize my full greatness in human form.
Roll body. Roll body. Roll body. This fucking evil speech. Okay, you don't have to shit anymore.
I couldn't help myself.
I grab her by the throat and I actually go, "What did you do to Tizzy?"
Tizzy is becoming part of us. And so will Arrowhead tell you're not there to protect them.
Hey, Acker, I have a promise for you. When we get out of here, none of us is ever going to say your fucking name again. We will make sure that you are forgotten by this whole goddamn world. Because you know what? There were 5 of us who knew your name, and you put us in this fucking jar. And you thought you were playing games with us. But we're going to get out of here, and we're going to beat you, and no one will fucking know about it, because I don't give a shit anymore.
I have to ask you guys a question. Would you guys like a documentary where we follow
I get to reroll
the
ones.
Imperium commanders as we get their dice blessed by various priests, or we get the curse lifted from various mediums?
I think my hand might need to get.
Yeah,
again,
maybe
just to clarify, this is above game, not in the universe.
Yeah,
because
no,
of course
above game.
they wouldn't go to anything like that. They would just go to the Emperor.
And that-
but just
that-
to make that
Above
clear.
game.
Light up shoes?
Yeah.
I would like to know your opinion on sand.
I hate sand.
Why?
Going through the jungle. Going through the jungle. Hey, sorry everybody. We're doing our best. For whatever reason, it just kind of keeps cutting in and out whenever it so chooses. And we've got Lucas at home monitoring, making sure, our stream's coming through, our audio sounds good. So some things are kind of breaking up here and there, but
I apologize, everyone. I thought we'd be okay on this side of town because we've live streamed over here before
Yeah.
and it was fine.
But you know how
I
LA
guess
is, man.
They
on Monday it
changed
works,
some
on
powers
Tuesday
or
it doesn't. So we were hoping we'd be able to go into a coffee shop, sit down, and talk more about books, but Zach and I will do it from the car.
I mean, we're gonna go back by Geeky Teas. Maybe they're cool with us.
Yeah.
Ordering some tea and
hanging out. Look, I'll get I'll get something from them.
That's right. We got her on camera being way out in the walk zone.
Yeah.
We saw you. We got all of it.
We synced it.
Yeah. Can't hide from us.
You can't hide, lady. You can't hide.
So there's a place up ahead called Geeky Teas. We might try to stop there. Apologies, everyone. For real, though. We thought this would work because it worked before. Never trust the internet in Los Angeles.
Just walk up to me. Y'all got any Wi-Fi?
Never trust it. I was saying, I probably got cut off. I was talking about Gabby Dunn's book, Bury the Lead. I thought it was absolutely awesome, very refreshing, from the perspective, the POV of a young intern writer at a respected newspaper. It felt kind of like a throwback because the newspaper was still like the most important kind of aspect. But, you know, like I'd say like in relation to like New York Times, Washington Post. And it was uncovering a murder mystery. And it was like just one of those really good stories. Like everyone's using everybody and just kind of discovering where you stand and where you are and everything. It was good. It was great. I highly recommend it. You might have to search for it though. Comixology may be the best place to pick it up.
True. I feel like, you know, if you're an independent artist and you're just looking for a place to get your comic book out to the most people, Comixology makes the most sense. Do you know how that works if you're an indie creator?
I don't.
No? I'd be so curious to research and find out. If you have an indie book, how do you get on Comixology? Is there like a, you know, is there a process? Hi. Is there a process you have to go through certain hoops? Or can you like make a creator account where you can just self-publish? But I feel like it's one of those things where it has to go through some sort of a approval, I imagine.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know comic books like that, y'all.
Someone in the chat might know. Because they have Google at their fingertips.
Yeah, it's true.
Such a powerful tool.
Hey, let's just go into this TARDIS and just do the show from there.
All right, I want to ask Adam to check my signal because that looks like a concrete building, and usually concrete buildings are a no-no. Just destined to be bad. So, I'm going to check the signal really quick. If it looks good, then we'll walk in because I don't want to lose it again. So I'm going to have Adam hold this camera and talk to you. Oh, you can't. Your hands are full. I love it. I love it. There you go. It's just you and them, baby boy.
Okay. Hey, man, don't take 3 hours.
Oh, my God. It's only 2,500? Something's up here. Let me check some stuff.
Something is up. Look, I just hope and pray that Zach's iPad doesn't slip out from my grasp, because then we'll be in big Bantha Poodoo. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can get this sunset. So, I still feel like this was a good experiment to figure out whether or not we could do this on a weekly basis. Now I guess it's all about fine-tuning and figuring out where can we actually go do this, where we have good service. We have, you know, more cool comic book places we can show you guys, because there's plenty of stuff in LA that we could show you. Get over here. There it is. But, you know, it is what it is. I wish I could pull up my phone so you guys could ask me questions, but...
Okay. It should be... It should be getting better.
Mm-hmm.
I just reset one of the routers, which sometimes helps, and kind of like repings and...
Gets the party started?
Let's see. They're open 1 to midnight, 1 to 10. So...
There's a process for publishing Comixology. It's on their site.
Nice.
Wesley Marshall.
So should we try going in here?
Sure. You know them. I don't.
Well, I don't know them personally.
Oh, okay. Well...
I don't know them personally, y'all. Guess we can try. See if we can get some tea. Talk about comic books. All right. Oh, cool. Hello. Entrance fee.
Hello.
Sweet game store.
Like texting you because the thing like that won't go away. So some people hit it and they're like, oh, it didn't. And then they're like, why am I getting 5 text messages? Okay, thank you though.
Cool. I'm gonna pay the entrance fee. Hello.
Hey.
Do you guys mind if we kind of vlog while we're hanging out in here?
Not at all. As long
Perfect.
as you don't get me, I don't care.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, I definitely want to pay the entrance fee to
right.
go hang out in the game area.
It's $5 a person.
Sweet.
Nice shirt.
Thank
Everyone
you.
must wash their hands with soap and water before they play our games.
Awesome.
Don't lean back in chairs, and please put things back where you found them.
You got it. Can do all those things.
You want trash bag?
Mhm.
There's one right around
Aha,
here.
thank you.
Absolutely. Hi, Mr. President.
All right. Thank you so much.
Sure. Have fun.
Hey, dude. Sweet game store.
Yeah. Kittens for adoption. This is the this is the Abby Trot store.
Yeah.
You gotta get Abby and
There's
Hector
kitties
come
in there.
here. Hello, kitties.
Cool, man. There's an upstairs. Everything else? Yeah, it's cool. Here, we'll sit you up here, dude.
We're gonna be those guys who take up the whole couch.
It's okay. It's not very busy. And we're looking good on signal. All right. Well, well, well. Look at that. Well, well, well.
What an adventure, y'all.
What an adventure, right?
My God.
Oh,
Good
man.
time.
Oh, they give us bags and boards. Look at this. Some stores you have to ask specifically for them. Some
Yo, they
stores
hooked
just give it to you.
They
They
hooked
hooked
it
us up.
up. Adam was really cool. I really like that place.
Yeah,
I want to go
Adam
back
was-
there.
Adam was dope.
And I'm definitely going to hit him up about doing a Hyper Heroes live there. Or
Adam-
Comics and Coffee / Hyper Heroes.
How would you guys like to see a live? Wait, is my mic cutting in now? I hope not.
Wesley Marshall's asking, hey Zach, could you put together your top 10 must-read indie books? I want to read more indie books.
Ooh, well, give me this.
Can you do it by most read?
Oh my gosh. Well, recently Bone Parish, awesome. Bone Parish is amazing. I guess we are going to have to talk about X-Men too.
True. We have about 32 minutes. 35,
Okay.
33 minutes.
So, indie books, just because I'm just going to like go through here and be like, oh yeah, that one. Oh yeah, that one. Because it's so hard for me to think of everything. Okay, Citizen Jack, I just bought the volume because it's really good. Dope. Descender, great. AD After Death, awesome. Paper Girls, get it. Bone Parish is really good. Baby Teeth, I've been really enjoying that. I'm literally like, I'm going to give you more than 10 because I'm going through here and I'm picking out the ones that I'm like, yes, this is so good. Excellence, pick it up.
I got to read that.
Trees is really fun. Really good, really deep stuff. Let's see. Here, you know what? I'm just going to scroll up.
Surprise.
And oh, it doesn't go back far enough. I gotta like Middle West, absolutely amazing indie book. Man Eaters, really good, really good. Crowded is great. There's so many. I can't even give you a top 10 list. It's insane. There's so much good stuff. Okay, let's get back into this week. We haven't talked everything. You know, we're still like getting through this week.
Can I spoil Deceased?
Yes. Spoilers. Spoilers.
So the virus has been spreading. Flash gets infected, and to try and get away from everybody else is safe. He starts running around the world. Superman flies up into the sky and goes in the opposite direction to meet Flash in the middle. He flies through the Flash and rips him apart. And it is bananas bananas.
So he like
rips him apart. He goes through him and he's like, I'm sorry, Barry. Just pulls him apart into pieces.
What?
And the thing that happens, though, is what happens when you put together an unstoppable force and an immovable object, and they merge. So a piece of the Flash gets stuck into Superman's body. So now, even though he'll be infected much slower, he'll be infected. So he flies up into the sky, and TBD.
Whoa.
TBC, to be continued.
That's nuts.
It's so rad. Seeing Superman tear Flash apart like that was crazy. I wasn't expecting that, but Deceased has been really, really, really solid.
Yeah, it's super metal.
Yeah,
super metal.
It's great. And again, like, we have the conversations about DC a lot. When you have an 80-plus years of history of comic books, you can do something like Deceased, and no one's going to be like, oh, that's not that, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, because they've put in the work to define the universe, and now they can do things like that. And I loved it. It was awesome. Just can't wait to see where it goes.
Other books that came out this week that I wanted to talk about that I felt really good. Everything #2, pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Everything #1 was really weird. Everything #2 is even weirder. So it's about that superstore called Everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This one's even wilder. It's crazy. And then you've got Daredevil #12 was...
Which we got.
So good. It was amazing. This book right here. Wonderful. So good. So good. And let's see, you've got Dark Ark After the Flood. I thought was really interesting. It takes place after the Noah's Ark, and there's this sorcerer and this girl that he burns down a village, and there's only one girl left alive, and now it's following the girl, and you don't really know what her objective is yet and what she's trying to do. Thought it was pretty good.
That's wild.
I definitely want to read Black Terror. I saw you got a little bit through it. If you don't know the character, I'm wondering if that would even work for you.
Yeah, I had a hard time getting into it, and it might be that. It might be just not knowing who the character is.
Yeah.
I got through about 8 to 10 pages, and I was like, man, I'm going to put this down. I'm going to read something else. But I would like to go back and give it another chance.
Yeah, that's one of the superpowers characters from Dynamite, and I know all those characters, so I was like, oh, I'll check it out.
Preston Bryant says that your Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil is amazing.
It's so good. It is so good. In this issue in particular, someone was pretending to be Daredevil to try to stop some criminals. The police got a hold of them, and the police are super corrupt in this Daredevil book. Not all of them, but some of them. And Daredevil's trying to get this guy out. So Foggy shows up, or he has Foggy show up to try to be like, I'm this guy's lawyer, and just kind of busts in as the police are beating this dude up. And Foggy's trying to like call their bluff and be like, I have more police on the line, blah, blah. And they realize he's lying, and Daredevil has to jump in. And I think part of what makes this book so good is that like he kind of sucks at beating people up, and because he got hit by a bus in the last volume, and he's recovering, and he's lost a lot of what makes him Daredevil and all that, and he accidentally killed somebody earlier in this series because he pulled a punch the wrong way.
Yeah.
And now when he's fighting people, like he doesn't know like how far to go, when to let back, and he just keeps getting the shit kicked out of him.
Oh wow!
So now Elektra wants to train him. So good.
Oh, say what?
So good.
That sounds amazing.
Well, House of X #6 came out. Should we just get into it? Because I understand you didn't get all the way through Powers of X last week. Powers of 10. So what do you think?
Yep, got it. We got it.
I'm in.
You're in.
Last week's issue was bonkers.
Yes.
There's so much to unpack. I feel like after reading it and rereading it, I'm still kind of like, I still am a little foggy on a lot of the details from that book because I feel like there was so much in there.
I have to reread Powers of 10 from last week.
Yeah.
Because that was one that was definitely setting up the next couple of years.
That one definitely felt like it was like, you better fucking pay attention.
All the failing stuff, I'm like, what the hell is going on? And what's up with Nimrod in the future?
Yeah.
And like X1000 or whatever, or X100. It's wild.
Yeah. No, it definitely was one of those books of like, okay, this is a key pivotal moment in this setup story. There's a lot of info here that's probably going to be explored. Like, I mean, even just the side notes, it's just like pages of side notes of like just everything. It was nuts. But this issue, what I loved about this issue was there's also a lot of exposition. But man, I loved the moments with Magneto and Xavier, and when he's just straight up telling Magneto, he's like, I know we've been at odds before, and I know we've had our differences, but we're together in this now. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy that this is actually happening.
Yeah. And this week we had House of X, and it was so interesting.
Yeah.
I think the fact that we got to see the council. One person's missing though. Whoever this red.
I think it's number 13?
I'll tell you. I'll get to it right now.
Or it might be more. Might be in a higher number.
No. It's number 9, the Red King. Who do you guys think? Who do you guys think the Red King is? Who do you think the Red King is? Yeah, number 9 was missing from the table, and just referred to in the Quiet Council of Krakoa as number 9. Somebody said Kitty. I think it's Kitty. That would be interesting. That would be really interesting.
Yeah.
That would be really interesting. Leads to and the looks at the parties. Okay, so it looks like Laurel says there's a lot of subtle things allude to and looks at the parties. The Marauders kind of set her up.
There was definitely a look at the celebration at the end. There was definitely a moment where I was like, is Emma Frost flirting with Scott or some other... Like, what's happening here exactly?
So Urali says, could it be Moira? I don't think so, because we saw Moira at the beginning of this issue, but it was a month ago.
Yeah.
And I think another thing that's interesting is since everything got kicked off, we haven't seen Moira.
No, she's been kind of like MIA.
She was a month ago, but now it's like a month later, everything's kicked off. She's not there, she's not at the council, so... I don't really know what's going on there.
Yeah. It's crazy we're kind of nearing the end of this particular run, but I'm still asking so many questions as to what's going to happen, and I don't think that's going to be revealed in the final issues.
Yeah, there's...
It's springboarding.
I'm really digging this setup, the beginning, talking about the council setup, how that's all going to work.
Yeah.
We finally got to hear his message to the world.
I loved that.
Yeah.
I was listening to the First Class soundtrack while I was reading this, and it was just like... I had McAvoy and Fassbender in my head, and I was like, dude, this is nuts. And then it cuts to fucking the Avengers. To Cap and Iron Man and Black Panther
and
the
them all
Fantastic
hearing
Four.
it. Yeah.
And I was like, this is sick.
Yeah. It kind of like reassess. Like we've been so focused on the mutants, it was nice to kind of be like, oh yeah, this is a greater Marvel universe. Marvel world that's hearing this. And then we go into the council, and the first item for the council is to judge Sabretooth's fate.
Yeah.
And from that judging, they come up with the laws of the council, which I thought was really interesting. And when we're talking about how I know we were talking to Adam a little bit before we went live at the Perky Nerd, and he was like, yeah, we just had a long debate on, like, are the X-Men even people anymore? Do they still have a soul if they just keep getting transferred into new bodies?
Yeah.
And I thought that was really interesting that they had that debate, then leading into this council episode where they're basically saying that you are humans can't be reborn, so you should never kill a human.
Right. Yeah.
So, and I
It's
did
like
not
a
see that
moral
coming.
dilemma, yeah.
As a rule. But the fact that other people within that council, even some of the villains, were like, whatever, fine, fine. We're not going to be killing humans.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
I also love how much stuff is set up with Apocalypse in this run. Like, even just turning this page, he's considered one of the 3, pillars of this council. And he does not look happy. Does not look happy, ever.
It almost feels like this character has been forced to accept defeat in a sense. And it's so nuts to see a character of that power, essentially powerless, and having to just sort of go with whatever this plan is that they've initiated with this Krakoan Council and the whole concept of Krakoa and what it all means for the mutant kind. It's wild, and I love this. Xavier is such a departure from what I'm used to seeing of this character, and having him say, like, we try to play ball with.
Did you notice they still didn't show you his face?
I'm still kind of like...
They still didn't show you his face.
Do you think that, like...
Never in this timeline have they shown us his face.
Yeah. Do you think he could be... I don't know. It's so hard because part of me wants to be like, oh, maybe he's like the 5th or 6th version of Xavier, you know, who's been like fused with a little bit of Magneto or something. Like,
we have no
anything
idea.
is possible at this point. But I love that speech because whether or not it is the real, quote unquote, real Xavier, it's kind of shown how the mutants have evolved to this, like, not really a breaking point, but an evolved point of like, we've tried to play ball for decades with mankind, and you've constantly pushed back. Well, now, while you slept overnight, the world moved on, the world changed. And that to me was so powerful for these characters.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff going on there.
Yeah.
Maybe Moira fused with Xavier under the hat? I don't think so, because we saw Moira at the 1 month before. But that's what I thought was weird. It was like, in that 1 month ago thing, they wouldn't show you his face. When he was pulling up Cerebro and putting it on his head from the top of Krakoa, they wouldn't show you his face. So that's really interesting. But I love all the Apocalypse stuff. Just like, I don't know if it's not about him being top dog anymore as much as it's like, he's only going along with this because it's survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
So if we start making rules about not killing humans and he starts to feel like Magneto and Xavier are going soft,
yeah. True.
You're going to have some problems within there. So we get to Sabretooth and the kind of judging of Sabretooth and everything that's going on there. And he got done dirty, man. He got done dirty.
Dude, he got pulled into, like, the core of Krakoa to just be left there for as long as time. Who knows? I think Xavier mentions that there's a potential for him to, like, have a redeeming moment or to reassess sort of like his case, but I'm like, dude, that sucks. You get pulled into the depths of nothing beneath Krakoa.
I do love Apocalypse's quote here, too.
I loved all this, yeah.
About whether or not they should say no more killing humans. And Xavier, like, calls over to Apocalypse. And he's like, I won't belabor a point that means nothing to me, as man himself does. So, like, even him deciding that don't kill humans. We just lost a bunch of signal again. What's going on? I'm going to work on that, but you keep talking.
But yeah, I mean, I think I loved seeing all these mutants from so many different factions and teams and places, really, coming together to sort of create and put into place these essentially these rules and regulations of, like, what is this first mutant government, how is it going to operate, and seeing how they handle Creed's situation is wild. And we're still online. It looks good.
No, I know. I saw the signal dropping really fast, and there's some weird stuff going on there, man.
Little tech things here and there.
There is some really weird stuff going on because that one keeps going offline, and it's an ATTN one, and it's pulling like 6,000 kilobytes per second of the data. But there's another AT&T card on there, and it's not pulling that data. So I don't know what's going on, man.
This is a good point by Preston Bryant. I'm intrigued to see how this whole Krakoa nation-state establishment will affect X-Men relations with other Marvel characters.
Totally.
I.e. Avengers, all that stuff.
Oh my god. Yeah, we still get crazy flamboyant Sinister, which is awesome.
Yeah. Oh my god. What does he say? He has like a snarky remark about them asking him for his opinion or whatever. So great.
So we basically have the moment with Kurt.
Yeah.
I loved.
Yeah.
I love that moment because they're throwing it to him, and you expect Kurt to have some like profound thing from religion, but he's like, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it. It's obvious, isn't it, Raven? We need to make more mutants. And he smiles, and you're like, oh yeah, that's right. People who follow God blindly can have some pretty crazy views sometimes.
Yeah. And they literally can make more mutants.
Yep.
It's wild.
And that's their whole point, right? To repopulate.
Yeah. Because what did they say? I think it was in last issue. They said like within this time next year there'll be like over 2 million mutants or something on Krakoa.
So the 3 laws that are governed by the council so far: make more mutants, murder no man, respect this sacred land.
That's right. Because Krakoa is like a living
thing,
basically.
And then they basically all just decide to
exile Victor
Creed into the earth.
The depths of Krakoa.
Which you know is going to come back.
Of course.
Like, you don't not kill him.
That's kind of what
it's going to come back.
That's kind of what I loved about it, because I'm like, cool, this is one element of this like whole setup that I know is going to pay off. Maybe in, who knows, half a dozen, 2 dozen issues, or a dozen issues, but it will pay off at some point.
You know it will.
Yeah. Seeing him just being ripped down into Krakoa and then Xavier standing over like the hole where he was pulled into.
You are exiled.
Yeah, I was like, damn, bro, that's crazy. I really want to know what this Xavier looks like. I
Me
want to know.
too. Something's up.
I wonder if he just is like completely
Something's
scarred, or he's had his eyes ripped out. Something like really drastic. Especially when he's been creating copies, and it's like 3 days for hard copy.
Yeah.
3 hours for, it's like constant backups. I know that's probably wearing him out. Also, Kara Zor-El finally saw Fifth Element.
Oh, nice.
For the first time.
So then we end this book with a big celebration.
Dude, it was like the Ewok celebration in Return of the Jedi. I was like, oh, okay. Let's see how long this lasts.
Oh, and somebody said Logan giving Silver Samurai a beer. I don't think that's Silver Samurai. I think that's Gorgon. Because Gorgon's one of the generals. So I think that's Gorgon.
Yeah, this is like a big Star Wars celebration. I was like, oh man, they're really just like, they're about it.
I like it though. I'm glad they put this celebration in there. To me, it makes it feel like
it's something worth celebrating. I mean, they finally, mutants finally feel like they've liberated themselves and they're free of mankind.
It was Pennsylvania.
Which, like, I kind of feel like that's always been. I feel like that's kind of always been one of the missions of Xavier and Eric, has been to be free. For Eric, it's, being free of mankind, and for Xavier, it's kind of been integrated into mankind.
And I really love this idea that we end the book, which you know is setting things up.
Yeah.
You end the book on Apocalypse brooding while watching Xavier Magneto feeling so successful, and like vindicated,
victorious, and all that. Yep. Yeah, it was a really I genuinely loved the council stuff and the setting up the lay of the land and how it all worked. Because they could have very easily done that as like a side note of like, this is how they established the laws. But the fact that this whole issue was about that was so great. I loved that.
We get our final map of Krakoa. At least I'm guessing it's our final, given that the next issue is the last of this run. Powers of 10, number 6. Who in the chat knows the title? What's that title? I'm sure somebody knows it.
Wesley Marshall says, I know Hickman is writing the X-Men book in New Mutants.
So yeah, that's probably going to go down soon.
Yeah.
You do not think he's brooding, you think he's talking with... We do know that, like Krakoa likes Apocalypse.
Oh, damn. You think there's a plot within a plot within a plot? Plotception?
Probably. I mean,
What's the missing location on the map, though?
I don't know. There's a lot.
Good question.
Got to be mysteries, right? Oh yeah, number 10. Oh no, the reservoir. We got the Krakoa Atlantic and the Krakoa Pacific. So Mortisseal also thinks, the title for the last issue is literally
House of X. That's what Wesley Marshall's saying, yeah. Crazy. I'm kind of scared to see what's going to happen next.
I know, right?
It's been such a build up and
I think
jumping through timelines.
I think the one thing we'll finally get in the next Powers of 10 is an explanation on what's supposed to happen next.
Yeah. I feel like it kind of has to.
They have to tell us what's happening with X-100 and how that ties back in.
And I wonder if that's going to maybe splinter off additional comic book runs and additional books and all that sort of stuff, because I feel like it kind of has to. I don't really feel like you could the whole setup with just these 2 books and then never commit to further exploring, X to the power of 0, 1, 2, and 3. I feel like you kind of have to do that. 0, 10, 100, 1,000. I want to see that continue. Wesley Marshall's asking, are we going to continue reading the X books? I would like to. I would definitely like to. I would like to see where this goes forward and how we continue to explore this world, because there's a lot in here.
Man, this signal just keeps going.
We got 10 minutes.
Yeah, we could probably even start walking back.
Yeah, it's true.
Did you ever watch The Gifted, the X-Men show? I didn't get a chance to see it.
Actually, I really want to watch that, and I really want to watch Legion. I only started Legion. I haven't finished it. Yeah, it was 3 episodes, I think, total, right? 3 episodes, I think, total. Or 3 seasons, I mean. I think it was 3 seasons. I could be wrong.
Yeah, 3 seasons.
Yeah, which I think it's all on Hulu. Maybe, I don't know. But in any case, yeah, like I really want to see where this X-Men universe goes. It's so rich. And I think having Powers of 10 and House of X is like the building block. So anybody can go back to that and then decide like, well, these are my options of where I could go. I'm going to choose where I want to go is awesome.
Right
so I feel like a lot of people get, I don't know, comics can be a mess sometimes with all the timelines.
All right. Well, I think we should start walking. I kind of want to show off this cool.
I know.
This is basically, it's called Geeky Teas. It's like a tea and board game store.
Yeah.
With also cats.
Yeah.
Cats.
So if you're a cat person, this is for you. I just realized that wall over there is the Stranger Things wall.
Yep. Yep. All right, let's grab our stuff. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. And of course, I also have water. I don't know.
Ooh.
So yeah, you got the Stranger Things wall over there.
Yeah, so cool. Yeah, good.
So you got all sorts of new board games and stuff here. This is rad. So you just rent out the room.
That's rad.
Or you just pay a fee to like...
Just wash your hands before you play.
Well, yeah. And I'm glad
because I don't want your ice cream all over my hand or all over my games.
I'm very glad that that's a rule.
I know.
To wash your hands.
Yeah. Because then you go get game from other places and you're like, why is that sticky?
Yeah. You got a private D&D room over there?
We're a small store.
Well, if that's the case, man, I just
All right. Oh my gosh. And this is the tea room. Oh, yeah. It's all the teas.
Nice.
All the teas are in here.
Zach, we could have had the whole place to ourselves.
I know. Why didn't we just do this in
We could have had an intimate session together.
An intimate session?
Intimate session. Platform 9 3. Zach, can you run fast? I'll go through?
Nope. You definitely won't. Don't do that. Oh, wow. Talk about a change in
Hey y'all, it's the next day.
It's the next day. The sun's gone down.
I know. This is the thing about, we're in October now. We've been so spoiled and so used to the lights. It's not going dark, the sun not going down to like 7:45, 8. And for shooting, that's been awesome for us because it gives us so much time to film videos and stuff without having to use lights. But now that we're in October, it gets dark earlier. So, we got to use those lights a lot sooner. But hope you guys have enjoyed roaming comics and coffee.
I'm gonna fix this really quick. You're gonna get a little bit of a camera jump there.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, now we can both
be in it.
Be on camera.
Ooh, North End Pizza Co. Zach, can you please just suck it up and eat some cheese?
No.
Oh, I like pizza.
I don't wanna.
I like pizza, Zach.
But seriously, thanks so much for sticking with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry so much about all these tech issues. I hate it. I really try to pride ourselves in pushing tech forward. And
but we're trying, though, so that's worth something.
I think there's other places we can go that will be a little bit better. This was, I think seeing...
Wait a second. Can we get a shout out to my favorite street in Burbank?
Myers Street?
Hey man, for the guy who loves Halloween, this is my jam right here.
Myers, baby.
Yeah, baby.
I think that was
actually named after Michael Myers, or?
You know, it's funny. When I first started coming to Burbank, before I officially moved to LA, I thought Burbank was Haddonfield. I didn't research it enough to know that it was Pasadena.
Right.
Because it kind of looks, there's a lot of similarities. But I don't know. It's possible. Hey, we can go get our nails done.
Nah.
Get a haircut.
I do want a haircut before the wedding.
I think I'm gonna go get my haircut from like Shia LaBeouf's barber.
But I have to get up and get on a plane at 4 in the morning.
Hey man, I'm sure you can find a nice place in New York that can cut your hair if you have the time.
I don't know if we're gonna have the time. I think we have to like hit the ground in IRL tomorrow.
Yeah, it's true.
In New York. So
Preston Bryan says, nah, this experiment was an interesting one. At least you tried. That's what counts.
We're trying.
Thank you.
We're trying. I'm glad you understand. I doubt the YouTube commenters will make it this far in the video.
That was from YouTube.
You know what? No, I mean the
like the
people
replay?
who find the video and watch
the replay.
it. The people who are watching YouTube now, you all are rad.
Y'all stuck through.
You all stuck through. You're rad as hell. You're on this adventure with us. I'm talking about those people who only watch our videos to yell about stuff.
What's this static crap?
Yeah, they'll be like, this is stupid.
That's why you have Uncle Adam download, re-edit, and re-upload.
Oh, that's a lot of work, dude.
I know.
That's a lot of work, man.
I know.
Oh, now that we're moving again, I should turn our audio down.
Moving and grooving.
I turned up because we were talking quiet in there because
there's people.
There were other people in there.
I don't want to be obnoxiously loud.
Yeah, right. Don't want to be a jerk.
Yeah.
Consider it.
I know. But that's the thing, you know. It's like we're always having like discussions of what can we do different. And we stopped doing the roaming comics and coffee because, you know, we wanted to change it up and do something else. So we thought we'd do it in the studio.
But we realized YouTube hasn't seen all these cool comic book stores in LA.
Yeah, exactly. LA, you know, cities like LA, Chicago, New York, there's so many places. I would love the opportunity, you know, next time if we do New York Comic Con next year and we have more time, we could find a place in New York to do this show.
Oh, that would be so rad.
That'd be awesome. Like, I would love those types of opportunities. And, you know, the only way that's going to happen is if we continue experimenting with this whole show and format. So I got no regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets, baby.
No regrets. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in today. Whew. This really is a cool street, though. If you ever get a chance to come to Burbank, California, Magnolia has a bunch of really cool shops.
Yeah. And if you take Magnolia from this side of Burbank, you can take it all the way into downtown Burbank. There's more restaurants. There's AMC theaters. There's 3 actually on 3 different corners.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. So Burbank's cool. Burbank's also a lot more chill than a lot of different parts of LA. So you can actually get around and you can park somewhere without having the hassle of having 10 parking
passes. You don't have to have a permit to park, and lots of it's like, like you can park for more than an hour.
Yeah, so dumb sometimes. My God. Yeah.
Thank you all so much for going on this journey with us. It's a weird one, I know. I think we would have been better off just sitting in Perky Nerd for 2 hours.
True.
And hanging in there.
Could have had Adam on the stream with us.
Live and learn, man. Live and learn. The sun's going down so fast.
I know.
We're basically lit by the street lamps we walk by now.
That's right.
Woo!
And dark.
And then it goes dark.
And light, and then dark.
Still cool, though.
True. Hey, man, we haven't eaten since, like...
Morning?
10? We should go get some food.
Yeah. Grab Pablitos on the way home.
And then Lucas is going to text me like,
quickly?
hey, man, I thought you said you were going to be here at 7:30.
If you want, because I have to grab Malika and we have to go get stuff for our trip, I could grab you something on the while we're out. If you got to get back to relieve Lucas.
He literally just texted me.
What'd he say?
Y'all can end whenever you want. I'm listening.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Well,
okay.
Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Comics and Drop Signal.
You're not wrong.
We will see you next week, Wednesday. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
when nothing's as it seems. Each chamber full of painful choices for all the rat queens. They made it through 2 chambers, but it seems there are still more. They find themselves in a masquerade with a chessboard for her floor. 5 thrones in white and 5 in black face off across the hall. The people all white are all black at this strange ball. Some seem familiar to the queens, but none know where they are. Don't remember how they got here or if they traveled far. 2 doors in white and 2 in black lead to 4 different rooms. Betty follows Hannah as she charges, I'm afraid of doom. And I find the lost King Rider, but he runs away from her. They give chase as he flees back to the room where they once were. Meanwhile, Braga and Violet meet an old god for Joe Cree. He tells them that all 5 must be there for the prophecy. Dee stays behind and finds more D's. One says she must stop this. Something she didn't work, there were only 4 of us. They encounter friends and foes of past, but are any of them real? Chloe, Robin, Banks, call Snap, fade away to reveal. Acker speaking through them to fill the queens with doubt. But they all stand strong as his deception is found out. Next they confront Acker, but as a younger man. He thought that this would bring him joy, but it hasn't gone as planned. He speaks about the prophecy, though he's a bit obtuse. The ring's the only thing to put a stop to Arius. Violet stabs Acker and leaves him bloody, but it was Finley and she's killed the ruddy. Oh no. The queens awaken 5 black thrones, fetching off at 5 in white, all full of friends who perish much to the great god's delight. With all those 5 made undone, has Arius truly won? They'll have to deal with Acker before this story's done. Welcome to the labyrinth where nothing's as it seems. Only the ring can stop this god, but what does that really mean? Arius slams the chessboard that once was this room's floor. The room itself is broken except for a lone gray door.
Hello! It's time to get humped because it's Wednesday. Not only is it National Comic Book Day, but it's also time for the official Rat Queens RPG right here on Hyper RPG. Thank you, Zach and Adam, for checking out those shops on Magnolia and Burbank and telling us about the newest comics that have come out today.
I missed them by 5 minutes. They were in my friend's local comic shop right before I got there.
I love that. And then thank you to our wonderful bard Dave for giving us an amazing recap, J Pistol. So yes, tonight we enter the final chapter of the Labyrinth arc of the Rat Queens RPG.
Oh, dog, I thought we were out of that thing.
No, you're in the final chamber of the Labyrinth. So how can you affect tonight's show? You can in a number of ways. You can do so by visiting oneshot.straylogic.com. You can give our queens tokens. You can give our queens combos. You can give our queens second chances, and you can inflict a little chaos in the world yourself and even build and create your own NPC. We will eventually be back in Palisade tonight, so if there's NPCs in Palisade you'd like to see again, we're getting out. If there's NPCs you'd like to see in Palisade again, NPCs of the past, not dead ones, that was a one-time thing last week. No more dead NPCs can be brought back. But if there's Palisade NPCs that you want to see return, feel free to tip towards them, build together, tip together, and let's create a very, very fun show. I will say this, we have a few goals to make. If we hit $500, just because I made him on Hero Forge, Greg the Centaur will visit Palisade. If we hit $500 in our episode tonight, Greg the Centaur will come to Palisade, and our queens will run into him. So that will happen once we hit $500. And then once we hit $1,000, we will be giving away, once again, we have this beautiful deluxe signed copy of the Rat Queens comic, Volume 2. It's hardcover. It's got the second kind of the big chunk of the comics in it. It's even signed by Curtis himself. So if you really want that, let's build towards 1,000. We can give it away in chat. We want to give it to you. Please enjoy and take this book. It's yours. And then we have 2 free polls going on tonight. So if you can't financially tip, you still want to be a part of the story, you can. The first poll will start about 10 minutes after the show starts. I will call it out in the chat. And the second poll will start around the midway mark, around 8:15, 8:30. I will also call it out in the chat. So once you hear my chat summons, be sure to get active and vote and have a part in tonight's story as we continue to build towards just the finale as we continue to ascend. Now that the world is strung into chaos, how will our Rat Queens fare? We're going to find out tonight.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much to everyone who's listening on the podcast. Thank you to everyone who watches on YouTube. If you watch on other platforms, be sure to give a like, a rating, a review, a subscribe, and of course, support HyperRPG on social media. Follow us on Twitch, and then talk about the Rat Queen show with hashtag Rat Queens
Talk about the Rat Queens,
on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you name it. So, with those formalities out of the way, let us dive into tonight's episode of the Rat Queens RPG. The 5 queens, Hannah, Betty, Violet, Braga, and Dee, standing alone in the checkerboard ballroom. The revelation having occurred to them that they, in fact, were the ones to bring back Arius, the old god of chaos, the old god of the gray, the old god of the in-between, back into the realm. They had successfully slain the 5 protectors of the Fellowship. Gramps the Grey, Leon Redreed the Gold, Tom Wells Shandy the Friend, Ryder the Lost King, and Finley the Ruddy. Now with those 5 out of the way, there is nothing stopping Arius from taking control of the entire realm, the worlds, and all